Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today, we're tackling something I think we all have some experience with. The recruitment process.
Ooh, yeah.
We've got a ton of great insights from HR experts, and platforms like WorkHuman, iSmartRecruit, Bamboo HR.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So whether you're like updating your resume or on the other side trying to build a dream team, stick around. This one's for you.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about recruitment, I feel like people think, oh, there's an empty chair, let's fill it. But it's way more than that, right?
Yeah, no, it's not just filling a seat. It's a whole process, like a journey.
Okay, a journey.
Yeah, organizations use it to find and hire the right people. And HR, they're the ones leading the way, making sure everything runs smoothly.
They're the tour guides.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So where does this journey usually begin?
Well, it all starts with identifying needs.
Okay.
Think of it like building a house, You don't just start throwing up walls. You need a blueprint, a plan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Hiring's the same. Companies need to figure out what skills they're missing, what kind of role would fill those gaps, and how that role fits into the bigger picture. The team, the company's goals, it's got to be strategic.
So it's about looking at the whole picture, not just the immediate need.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so you've got your blueprint, your plan. What's next?
Next, you got to prepare that job description.
Oh, yeah, the infamous job description.
Right. It's like writing an ad for your dream house. You want to highlight all the best features, attract the right buyers.
Yeah.
So you got to be clear, concise, accurately describe what the job involves, what skills you need.
Ugh. I remember applying for jobs, and some of those descriptions were so long and vague. I was like, am I even qualified for this?
I know, right? It's so important. A good job description helps both sides, really.
Yeah.
Job seekers can see if it's a good fit. Companies can attract the right people. It saves everyone time in the long run.
Absolutely. So, okay, the job description is out there.
Right.
How do you actually find people? I mean, are job boards still a thing?
Oh, yeah, job boards are still around, but it's not just that anymore. It's
Yeah.
more like a multi-channel marketing campaign. You've got social media like LinkedIn for networking, employee referral programs, tapping into those existing networks, and even those specialized talent platforms for really niche skills. It depends on the industry, the role.
It's like casting a wide net, but with a specific kind of fish you're trying to catch, right?
That's a perfect analogy, yeah. And once you cast that net, you're going to have a lot of applications to sort through. That's where screening comes in.
Ooh, yeah. I bet that can feel really overwhelming.
It can be, for sure.
How do you even begin with all those resumes?
That's where technology can really help. Like, there are these things called applicant tracking systems, or ATS, and they're software programs that help companies manage all those applications.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they filter candidates based on keywords, qualifications, even rank them based on how well they match the job description.
It's like having a superpowered assistant to help narrow down the options.
Exactly. It really frees up HR teams to focus on the most promising candidates.
Yeah.
And once they've got those top contenders, it's time for the interviews.
All right, game time.
Exactly. This is where it gets real.
Yeah.
And just like there are different ways to build a house, there are different ways to do interviews. You've got structured interviews with standard questions, behavioral interviews where they ask about past situations, panel interviews with multiple interviewers. It all depends on the company and the role.
Yeah, I've heard those panel interviews can be really intense.
They can be. But the key is to ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Not just about skills, but also personality, how they'd fit in the company culture. You want someone who can not only do the job, but also thrive in the environment.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've interviewed everyone. How do you make the final decision? Is it just gut feeling?
Gut feeling can play a role, but companies are using more data now, objective measures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they might use skills tests, personality assessments, even work samples.
So you get a really well-rounded view of the candidate.
Right. It's like test driving a car before you buy it. You want to make sure it actually runs smoothly.
Exactly. Okay, you've found the perfect candidate. Time to make an offer.
Right. Right. But it's not just about salary. It's about putting together a whole package. Benefits, perks, professional development.
It's about showing that you value them.
Absolutely. A good offer is about more than just money.
Right. It's about the whole experience.
Exactly. It shows you're invested in their long-term growth, their happiness.
Makes sense. Okay, so they accept the offer. How do you make sure they hit the ground running?
That's where onboarding comes in.
Okay.
It's about setting them up for success, making them feel welcome. You've got the paperwork, benefits orientation, maybe mentorship programs, training opportunities.
It's about making them feel like part of the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. We've covered a lot.
We have.
But one thing that stands out to me is the need for transparency throughout this whole process,
Oh, absolutely.
keeping candidates informed, giving feedback, even if it's a rejection.
It's about respect, you know?
Yes, it all helps create a positive experience, even if they don't get the job.
Exactly. And of course, we can't forget background checks, reference checks. They're still a really important part of making sure everything's accurate, that they're a good fit for the company.
It's like doing your due diligence.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, this has been so insightful. So for our listeners out there, what's the one key takeaway you would want them to remember?
I think understanding the recruitment process, even if you're not in HR, can be so beneficial. If you're job hunting, it helps you understand what companies are looking for.
Yeah,
If you're hiring, it highlights the importance of a strategic approach to finding the best talent.
that's great advice. Now, here's a question for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Knowing all this, would you approach your next job search any differently?
Mhm.
And if you were the one hiring, what would you prioritize in this whole journey?
Hmm. Those are great questions to think about.
I know, right? Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the world of recruitment. It's been fascinating.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration. Until then, happy recruiting.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.